Tiermakers, everybody's favorite RAFFL league program at this point because there is literally no other content. But that's all right because Jake and I are here to fill the void. As
we'll fill your void.
Jake is known for filling voids. Let's just say
that's right. Nice deep voids.
Yeah, and this week on Tiermakers, we are going to be lining up here everybody's mascot that they've chosen on Sleeper and ranking them in accordance to whatever values we see fit. That could be things such as how well it fits with the team name, how well it fits with an owner, if we like it, or just like if we don't like it, it'll probably get lower marks. But we'll see how it shapes up here.
If you didn't care about the mascot, which honestly, I think there's a few that didn't care, you might get lower marks. We'll see. You know, that's kind of the point of Tiermakers. We're just gonna see.
Yeah. So. The mascot is probably the number one reason that I'm glad we switched to Sleeper. Because my kicker's scoring didn't work. And that was the real reason to switch over to this platform. But second, of course, in that was for mascots. So let's go ahead and get started here, Jake. And we'll get started with none other than the astronaut himself, Andrew Smead.
Terrible fucking team name.
Horrible team name, F-tier team name. But his I'll put a bigger picture up during the actual editing of Andrew's mascot. But of course it is the three little alien boys bouncing back and forth. Right? Yeah, it could be that also.
Kind of feels like one of those people that would be like, you know, like sizing you up from like across the street, you know.
He looks like a Keyforge character.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I don't know if anyone else is going to understand that reference.
James will understand the reference. James, that was for you, bud.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Jimmy McGee.
Anybody wants to play me or Jake in Keyforge, also hit us up because we're desperate for people to play with us. But Matt Zabel, you'd probably like it if you watch this. Let me know.
It's a lot of fun.
Let me know in the comments.
He probably won't watch it. Anyway, the three Teletubby aliens. I mean, it's interesting. Like it's not uninteresting. I just like. Is it because he's the astronaut that he picked the aliens? Is that kind of the bit?
I think that has to be the bit because otherwise it doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I don't hate that aspect, but I mean, I hate the team name. So like, it can be no higher than C.
All right. I'm good with the C because I think the mascot matches the team name, but just it's so held back by just a terrible team name.
And he's only got a 29% chance to win, apparently, as of recording.
Yeah, as of recording, he only has a 29% chance of winning because, of course, he's going up against Brandon Hubbard and Chicken Horse.
You would think
so let's get over there.
Sleeper may have a Chicken Horse mascot. Like some sort of like chicken. Like
I know there's a chicken. Bryce, if you watch this, let us know because I think there is. Let me check my own phone here. I'm pretty sure that I do have some sort of chicken of some sort that I could send you for free just to get rid of what this mascot is because it's terrible for your team.
It's a panda like taking a shit, or it's a panda in like a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. Which honestly would make sense for Brandon's team most years, but this year that is not the case. So like it doesn't match that, and his team name is like, you know, relatively inspiring, and it's two completely different animals.
And on top of that, like pandas aren't even real. Like pandas are a hoax made up by the Chinese government to make American bears less competitive, and we can't support that here in our American-made recording studio.
I think American bears would probably fuck up a panda bear if I had to guess. Just ask Luke Conway, but
wait,
that was a gay joke.
Luke's a bear for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I just, you know, Bryce, your team is good. Why do you have a piece of toilet paper on your mascot? Not a fan.
I'm going D tier. That's my original ranking, but I'm open to lowering that if you feel.
Brandon likes the D, so I think a D tier is fine.
That seems about right. Okay, let's go over to my team here, where we got the Kung Frog for the Deer Frenchers.
Yeah, why didn't you pick a deer?
I didn't see any deer yet. I've been checking the mascot roster, and I haven't seen any deer.
Is that like consistently updated, the mascot roster?
Yeah, every day your daily lineup refreshes. You can spend $1 or $2 if you really cared. Like right now, for instance, my roster for my daily lineup is I could get the Legend, which honestly just appears to be a Donald Trump mascot. Okay, cool.
That's funny.
Well, no, sorry, it's Diamond Hands Up. It's legendary.
Oh.
That's why. To get a legendary mascot, you have to spend $10 though, so I'm not willing to do that. I have Jerk O'Lantern, and which is just like a jack-o'-lantern.
Me in October.
Like, yeah, jack-o'-lantern jizz is what it looks like on my screen, and then Selly is literally just a cell phone that dances. Not the best lineup. I have some other mascots from being on Sleeper for a while. You get one
But
every
you
time
went with Kung Frog, apparently.
And I went with Kung Frog. I was the best of what was available.
I don't like his colors. Why is he wearing pink?
It's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he could be like going for like the Ninja Turtle look and wear like one of their colors.
He's not a reptile. He's an amphibian.
They're closely related, though. No, they're both cold-blooded. They're both from the same kingdom.
I guess. I mean, sure. Here's the thing. There's no deer anywhere to be found. And therefore, it's not really reflective of my team name. And honestly, it's looking like a D tier for.
I was going to say C, but if you want to put it in D.
It's not that good. It's not that good. For the team name, it's not that good.
Okay.
We gotta be harsh when it's fair. All right, but on the other side, the Lukington football team has a little musketeer cat. What's our thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, like the team that the Lukington football team is based off, they don't have a mascot either because their mascot used to be racist, as did Luke's in previous years, as we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we made the choice that he had to move away from that nickname. Luke's team, I don't think it started off the way he wanted. I felt bad for beating him by less than a point last week. I did feel bad. I was fine with it, but I felt bad. But Musketeer Cat, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't hate it. He doesn't have a mascot that we can compare it against.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't know.
Fine.
I was thinking C tier.
Sure.
It's not a bad mascot. It's just not like anything special.
If all these mascots for the first four were to fight, who would win? Because I think it's Musketeer Cat or Kung Frog.
I think Kung Frog.
Musketeer Cat has a weapon.
Who cares about a weapon when you know martial arts? I mean, so we all know.
More like martial farts,
Well, true. We know it's not the panda because the panda doesn't exist.
Yeah,
and it's certainly not the aliens because aliens always lose in the movies.
That's true.
So it has to be one of the other two. I'm going to say the Kung Frog wins, but not by much. But I'm going to put Lukington football as a C tier for.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, excellent. This is one of my favorites. Dunch Crunch and David Book with his very spooky. I believe this one is called Van Gogh because it's a vampire.
Like the painter Van Gogh.
Yeah, but it's spookier because
you can tour like what is. You can do the tour of all the Van Gogh stuff in Minneapolis right now. It's like $10.
I didn't know that.
Interactive art tour.
Oh, that sounds like fun. The episode of Doctor Who with the 11th Doctor, it's like season 6 or something. Sure. That's like with Van Gogh. That's like one of my favorite episodes of that show all time.
Nice.
Makes me cry at the end every single time for sure.
There. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, he can fly. Dunch. I mean, he looks like he could be Dutch, which
I get that.
I mean, it's closer to Transylvania than most countries. I think it's at least an 8.
A what?
At least an A tier.
I'm thinking right now, so far, this is as close to A tier as you can get for
Yeah.
me, just because it is a cool mascot, even
That's
if
your
it
ass.
doesn't necessarily align. I like that. Let's go with
Yeah.
that. So then we're over to Jack Attack, Jackson Shalliel, with his, I don't know if this is a dog or a cat, but whatever it is, it's rocking out.
Yeah. Jackson, known to be musically gifted, of course, part of the marching band.
Yep.
Calls upon the past. Jack Attack, it's not a specific mascot, so there's nothing to compare it against there. He does look like he's laying down some sick chords there. I would like to wear a pair of those glasses. I don't hate the mascot. I'm just gonna say it up front. It is cat related. I think, not a cat person, but I don't hate it.
Here's what I wish. Here's what I would
Yeah.
wish would happen is that the Jack Attack and the Lukington football team would switch cats, because I feel like Jack Attack, Cat Attack with the actual like musketeer cat would be much better than the rocker cat. Personally.
Yeah, but I don't know if they want to do that. They've been rolling with their mascots probably since the beginning. If I have to assume Jackson forgot which one he picked or didn't pick one.
Yeah.
So I think he's just kind of a cool dude, if I'm being totally honest.
All right, what are you ranking?
He probably pulls the ladies. I think he's probably B tier.
All right, I'll put that in as a B tier. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, we got Sean and what's his name? The source of error, and the mascot is the big trash can.
Yeah, and also in previous years, I think Sean has probably felt that his team is trash. But even though they're 2-2, I think he's got one of the best teams, to be honest.
I think right now, looking at the standings, max possible points for and max points for Sean. He's had some bad luck with going against teams that score on him.
That's a real kick to the seeds. But I play Sean this week. When I look at the mascot, when I pull up Sleeper, not intimidated. It's just a trash can. But
I mean, he's ripped. He's got a 6-pack.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like he did anything. He was just born that way, when he came out of the factory, right? It's not like a trash can works out to like gain muscle definition. They're all made on the same mold, right?
I suppose, yeah, that makes sense.
And the coolest trash can of all time is the trash can in which Oscar the Grouch inhabits. And this is not that trash can. So no. I just have a hard time placing it anywhere. Maybe BC tier. I don't know. What do you think?
I think historically for Sean, the trash can absolutely makes sense. And the name of source of error would indicate error and therefore throwing away. So trash can. So I was thinking B tier for this one.
That's fine with me.
It's an interesting. I don't think it fully matches up this year, but
no,
that is what
I think Sean's going to come around. And it's not often I say that, but
yeah, good for Sean for having a good start to the year for sure. But let's move over to yours, where we have all it takes is one and your little dolphin boy.
I told you at the beginning, maybe before we were recording, that I picked it because he shoots little water out of his, and that looks like the emoji for coming, and I thought that was kind of cool. Also, he's only got one finger kind of pointed out, and my name is all it takes is one. That's my case, and I'm sticking to it.
I mean, we've been over your team name and how it just like isn't really good.
It matches though.
But your mascot, given that description, does match. I do think you're limited. You got a ceiling, sort of like the astronaut there, though. And I was thinking
I can't be in the astronauts tier though. It has I can't be with him again.
I'll let
you place it where you want, but
I'll give you a B on that. That seems fair, just because you're right. It is better than the astronaut. Everything is terrible, horrible. But let's move on here. We got Loquacious Teds, and
here's a who.
Nope, this one is these little buddies are actually called the Sneer Cats.
It just makes sense.
It just makes sense. I mean, I don't know how much we have to discuss this. Obvious S tier name.
Are they brothers or are they confidants?
It looks like they're more of like
are they gay best friends?
I mean, one of them might be for sure, but it looks like more like they're trying to start a band to me.
Sure. So they need the guitar cat.
Yeah, which is who they're facing off against this week in the Chrome Domes. We'll get to them in a second, but obviously James has been, inhabited by the spirit of the meerkat since we decided that all freshman year. Jake, I believe you were a salmon.
I looked at him on Saturday on the dance floor, and I just saw a meerkat. He just kind of looks like Linus standing there in the Peanuts thing.
It's the way his head pops up and looks side to side.
Yeah,
it's like he's in Lion King 1.5.
He's very tall
for the hyenas.
He's very tall for a small mammal. He's very tall.
But as far as like nailing just absolutely crushing the mascot race, this is congrats, James. You've won with the sneer.
I do enjoy it. You're right.
All right. Speaking of Chrome Domes here, we have another version of
sucks.
This is dumb. This is okay. There are a lot of mascots that are available where if you just start a league, if you join a league, you get to choose a free mascot, a lot of them. And the Chrome Domes chose the one with the most prolific hair, which doesn't make any sense to me.
No. And, even, what was his previous name? I don't remember.
Smashed Ham.
Yeah, it's not pig related at all either, even if we go for the historical basis. Plus, I just, he in the screenshot that you took, and I know it's only just a screenshot, but he's not smiling and he doesn't look like he's having a good time.
No.
And fuck that guy.
Yeah, this is an F tier. It doesn't make any sense with the team name, and it's just bad. It's not as cool as the other one for some reason. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah. Get fucked.
Tough look. All right, we got two more to go here. We got, of course, Bishop Sycamore. That is Cy Sunkum, and they do have the little pig, which should be more of a Matt Zabel, in my opinion. But
yeah, if I had to imagine Cy as an animal, I would imagine it would be kind of an angry animal. He seems kind of like to have chaotic energy in a good way. And after spending a weekend with him that I hadn't spent in a long time, I tend to buy that his energy is like this pig. It's kind of like chaotic. And
also,
the mascot
got a massive hog.
Yeah.
The big hog makes sense to me.
Cy's cock is big.
Yes.
In proportion. Correct. The mascot itself kind of scares me, but
a little intimidating. But so is Cy when he gets really upset. Like if when Gronk gets hurt and you're like, ooh, I wonder who's gonna text in the group chat about it to see what Cy's reaction is.
I wholly disagree that Cy being upset is scary. I think it's kind of fun. But yeah. I don't know. I think that makes sense to me.
I like A tier. I like A tier for this one. We got one more here, and of course it is all Sunday Clay.
All right, just before you continue, do you think that Clay knew that you could pick a mascot?
No, 0% chance. There's no way. There's no way. I'm guessing that at least four people.
Pick one.
At least four people. Jackson. Basically all the cats. Jackson, Luke, Matt, and Clay. I feel
I'm kind of surprised Luke, because I think Luke would be into mascot. Like I think Luke will probably go change his after we post this. Yeah. Because he'll wanna stop the count or keep counting.
This is gonna be Luke's rebrand opportunity. It's what he needs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 0-4, what else do you have to lose? So Clay Tucker, just for being naive, generally speaking, he can't be penalized for that. He's just too cute,
Yes. You got that golden smile.
Plus, if we put him in C tier, it makes a perfect curve.
Yeah, I'd be willing to move people around, but here's what I'll say. I think there's a case for an A tier ranking from this one.
Because Clay is kind of cute.
Well, because Clay's kind of cute, but also let's all time travel back. We talked about how the Sneer Cats perfectly embodied James. I want to remind everybody what Clay's choice of representation was, and it was the keyboarding cat. And has with the cat mascot, it does kind of embody him fairly well. I would say that I could see the case for at least a B tier rank.
I'm good with it. Makes sense to me.
Here to make it. We're moving Sean down to make room for Clay.
And honestly, I think Shit Panda has to go to the F tier.
Yeah, it's just so bad.
Yeah,
but we can move Matt Sable up because he's cute.
Yeah,
we still have our great distribution here. Going back, you were a salmon during that, so I guess you get points for that, for having a fish type. And jump up and down 3 times like a fish. That's a Mr. Alba reference for all you folks out there. But yeah, I think that this is a pretty good distribution. Obviously, starting in F tier, we have the fake panda from Chicken Horse. Doesn't make any sense. Deer Frenchers and who's Matt Zabel's team? The Chrome Domes in D tier here. C tier, the Astronaut Lukington football team, and what do we got? The Source of Error.
Source of Error, yeah.
B tier, Jack Attack. All it takes is one, and All Sunday Clay. A tier, Dunge Crunch and Bishop Sycamore, and then finally our S tier ranking for the Loquacious Teds and the Sneer Cats.
I love it.
Can't complain.
I love it.
Good work, everybody. Well, if you have complaints, keep it to yourself, because these are the official rankings from the Tier Masters.
Like, rate, and review, and comment,
but only positive ones.
Yeah, because we're all about that.
Yes, of course.
And we're really trying to make it big on YouTube since Twitch got hacked today. So.
Yeah, that's tough to see. We're also trying to be the biggest program in RAFFL League options. Again, you have nowhere else to turn to. So
all we have is one. So.
Yes. All it takes is one. All it takes is one episode to have more than doubled the output of no other people.
Hey, those guys are busier though. They did just get married and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Had a big wedding that came and went in the last week. So well, congrats everyone. We will catch you another time.